All right, we're going to try this again. This is for Sergio. This is for Amber. This is for Trey Murphy. This is for the ACLU. This is for Hassan Giordano. This is for you people running for office. All right. We're doing this from the streets to the seats. All right. I'm an independent filmmaker. I'm a businessman. I'm not from Baltimore. I'm from a place called Waukegan, Illinois. 60085, 60099, 312, 847. It's right between Chicago and Milwaukee. Now, I learned my hustling in Chicago. I grew up right between Chicago and Milwaukee. I used to hang out in Jewtown, over Halstead and Madison. They made them good Polish sausages, pork chop sandwiches. All right. I cut my streets. Now we're gonna say this to say this. Y'all want to end the violence in America, then you got to address ending the war on drugs. If you Google State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis, 1986, I turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station. I did it in a shorty way. All right. I turned in guns and drugs to the police. I turned in a 308 Remington rifle, a crossbow, a 357 Magnum, a 38, a 380, a 25, and a 357 Magnum Derringer. The Duffys got my car. The Duffys took my gold Cadillac. I had a gold Lincoln. And I had a lot of shit. I was the shit back in the day. But I quit. I retired. I didn't want to do it no more. But like Operation Greylord, Judge Boris was States Attorney Boris. Foreman was a state's attorney. And Bridges was the police. Judge Bridges was a police officer. All right. They robbed drug dealers back in the day. And they thought they was going to rob me, but I quit. I started a nonprofit. You robbed a nonprofit. We're talking about the corruption from the 80s. Because I kept a Jailhouse Diary. I kept a diary from the 80s. I kept a diary from the 80s. Yeah. We was talking about the play-to-play politics. Y'all tried to get me with Clifford Jones when y'all had that racketeering charge on Clifford Jones, but I didn't work for Clifford Jones. I worked for Shorty. Y'all couldn't tie me to nobody because I'm an independent. I'm not tatted up. No tats nowhere. I'm an independent. I'm not a gang member, but I used to deal with a lot of gangs. We talking about the towing scandal. The towing scandal that y'all had in Baltimore, dog, they've been doing this in Chicago forever. The pharmacist cops, the opioids, the barbiturates and all that shit, man. We used to sell teas and blues. It was synthetic heroin. Yeah, I had a territorial drug dispute. Yeah, shooting in 1981, took over the territory. I had permission to kill. I had a right and a license to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And then when I didn't want to do it no more, y'all got mad. I didn't want to kill nobody no more. I didn't want to sell drugs no more. I wanted to change my life. That's my mother's birthday, June 14th. I started a nonprofit called Shorties, the self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. It was about ending the violence in Lake County, Illinois. I gave them jobs and careers, and I had a membership. 300 people was part of my membership. See, because we was dying out there in the 80s, man. We was like the wild, wild west. We was killing shit, shooting shit up. We didn't care about life. But when I started having kids, I started caring about life. When I started caring about life, that means that I had to stop doing what I was doing. Because if you show weakness in that game, everybody comes for the crown, cuz. Everybody comes for the crown. I retired in 1986. I ain't picked up a gun since 1986. None of my kids can tell you that they ever seen me carry a gun in their lifetime. When I put my guns down, I put my guns down. But when I had them guns, I was wild and crazy. Like I said, I started a youth program. You can go to the state of Illinois right now and do a Google search. Shorty's was a nonprofit. It was established in 1985. I quit. I retired from the drug game on my own terms. I'm a lawyer. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't never paid for a lawyer in my life. When I had the shooting in 1981, I didn't pay for the lawyer. I went to court, said I did what I did, got out, and you gave me my guns and my drugs back the same day. The same day. The Duffys got my car. The Duffy got my clothes. The Duffys was wearing my clothes. They took my car. They took my jewelry, but they didn't get the money. I had $15,000. If the Duffys would have got the money, I would have knew about it. The Duffys didn't get the money. Judge Boris got the money. Judge Foreman got the money. Y'all divided that $15,000 up. And we're going to have a federal investigation and an audit. Because how can I be a drug dealer and how can I have all these things and not no money pop up? You didn't get not no bank account. You didn't find no money in the house. The state took that money, that $15,000. And that's what this was about. It's making a movie about the corruption in your courts and how you use the war on drugs to line your pockets. Motion to dismiss. Jim Boris was States Attorney Boris. He was the one that was prosecuting me. Now he's Judge Boris. So all the cases that Judge Borson had, all the cases that Michael Waller, all the cases that Judge Foreman, I waited 20 years because I want those cases reversed and remanded. We're going to have a federal and a state audit on your cases because I'm going to prove what I said about you. Yeah. I fight for the things I believe in. I've been at this fight for a long time. This ain't nothing new to me. I'm true to this. I ain't new to this. See how barbecue fits in there? Like I said, we're going to talk about Bruce Miller. Bruce Miller Ford. We're going to talk about the businesses he had. Because like I said, I gave y'all this. Fred Foreman, Judge Boris, y'all was next. That's why y'all locked me up, because I turned y'all in. I showed the racketeering and the fraud in your court in Lake County, Illinois. I waited for 20 years because you were my 401k. So after 20 years, I can make a movie and a documentary about Lake County. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Statute of limitations rolled out. There ain't no statute of limitations on murder and attempted murder. I don't have no murder charges. Y'all got murder charges. Y'all got attempted murder charges. Yeah. Ghosts from your past gonna open up the doors to my future. 13's my lucky number. Governor Thompson approved my program in 1985. I got a letter from Governor Thompson when he was Governor Thompson. All right. You can look at my paperwork. I don't have none of that paperwork because y'all destroyed it all, but it's on record. All you got to do is look it up. That's Elrod. Now, Benny Starks just got released a couple years ago, and Benny Starks was a cellmate of mine. Benny Starks, Juan Rivera, Alton Logan, Alton Coleman and me was locked up together. All right. I was in solitary confinement. Y'all illegally locked me up and held me in solitary confinement. So talking about the KKK and the Nazis in the police department in Lake County, Illinois, and on your judges and your department, your departments. Y'all got mad because I was doing this, and y'all locked me up in Illinois when I came home on vacation. I went back on probation. I went home on vacation and came back on probation because I went to file a class action lawsuit. I still got the letters. You feel me? I still got the letters. Yeah, I still got the letters. See the date? See the person? That was Gerald Jr. See, Gerald Jr. was Winnie Duffy's son. He wasn't my son. I took care of him since he was 6 weeks old because the Duffys didn't want to, so I did. I claimed him as my son, even though he wasn't my son. I knew he wasn't my son. Everybody in town knew he wasn't my son, but we never said nothing. I claimed him, he was mine. I wasn't on that Springer shit. This is not your baby. It didn't matter because that boy needed a father, and I was a father to him his whole life. I'm the father he know. Letters to my sister. All right, because I didn't want my sister and y'all to be messing with my family members. All right. This is my daughter, LaQuish. All right. I got all the letters still while I was locked up. I was organizing while I was in jail. I organized the inmates in the Lake County jail. And my wife asked to divorce me. See that? Jake Davis took control of my business while I was locked up. My landlord wrote him in an illegal lease. They canceled my lease in February of 2008. Jake told me not to drop the soap. When I got out of jail in 2008, I filed criminal charges against Jake. Then they tried to lock me up again to keep the story from coming out. That's my producer, Rob Fix. See this? I'm going to show you how you were stealing from the inmates in the Baltimore County Detention Center the same way that you were stealing from the inmates in Lake County, Illinois. And the ACLU got all of this. The NAACP got all this. Ben Jealous had this. This is my wife, Margaret. I keep everything. All right. Bam. Yeah, my wife wanted to divorce me while I was locked up, and I wish she would have. So we really not married. Ain't been married. Yeah. This one y'all locked me up in Towson. Like I said, y'all locked me up in 2007. This is the diary from 2007. It's handwritten. You feel me? I hand wrote this. You got the diary from 1986 you took from me. You took the diary from you took my daily diary of my logbook of making a movie and who I contacted. This is the diary from 2011. All right. And just like Operation Grey Lord, these are the people that had full knowledge of what I was doing. All right. See Kai Jackson over there? Adam May, Bob Turk. Congressman Cummings. And these are the people that knew about it while I was in jail. Because like I said, whistleblower. See that? I went to trial and I beat y'all. I beat you. And I put this toilet in front of the school board. All right. I put that toilet in front of the school board. And that was showing you the asbestos. It was showing you the mold. It was showing you the contractors that was beating y'all out of money. If you look up TNP Engineering versus GSA, I blew the whistle on TNP Engineering because he called me a nigga. I'm the most expensive nigga he'll ever know. So the same way that I did TNP Engineering, I did Governor O'Malley's crime machine. I did Governor O'Malley's crime machine. Just like Operation Grey Lord, I broke your criminal enterprise down, the money that y'all make off of black bodies. Sergio, Amber, this is what I'm talking about. This ain't nothing to do with you. This is the ACLU knew all about this. They had this. They left me in jail. These are the elected officials with full knowledge. Now you're going to run Teller Branch and GOP Carter for coming seat. All right, 6 Northeast. Y'all had evidence and knowledge of my illegal incarceration in Illinois. And then when I came back, y'all did it again. Y'all tried to lose me in the system. I ain't ready to die yet. It's making a movie about y'all. Right here, Brent Jones, NBC, ABC. Charles Gibson, World News. See the... I was making a movie about your prison industry. I'm a whistleblower on the prison industry. While I was locked up, I fired my lawyer and defended myself because he was not doing his job. He was not doing his job. Tampering with the mail is a federal offense. Mossberg had this. All right. See that? A whistleblower. My lawyer knew I was a whistleblower. My lawyer didn't do nothing. My lawyer left me in jail. He destroyed evidence. He destroyed evidence. All right. Sergio, pay attention to this one. That's Miss Gion. Legal mail. Asked y'all to help a brother out. Y'all left a brother locked the fuck up. My lawyer and the ACLU participated in the fraud to keep the corruption and the racism going on in Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. Now y'all want to say that y'all are champions for justice in Baltimore. Y'all want to say that y'all for the people. No, you had a chance to take that baton and you dropped it. Not only did you drop it, you tried to bury it because y'all thought that it was going to lock me up for 20 years. No, I fired my lawyer and defended myself, and I invoked my constitutional right of self-representation. I invoked my constitutional right of self-representation, and I defended myself and beat you in court. Legal mail. Like I said, my lawyer destroyed evidence. Adam May did an 1.5-hour interview. That whole interview needs to be set in front of the grand jury. Tampering with mail. My lawyer was selling me out, so I had to tie him to this. All right. I told my lawyer to send this to the Department of Justice. My lawyer didn't do it. My lawyer held that information. My lawyer participated in the fraud. I told my lawyer to blow the whistle on Scott Shellenberger in 2011. My lawyer didn't do it. The ACLU didn't do it. Miss Leon didn't do it. Y'all participated in this. That's my letter from Illinois. 1402 Lochner. Yeah, y'all participated in this. That's my brother, William Lewis Davis. And when I showed you that my brother, William Lewis Davis, was a member of the FBI, you about shit at your motherfucking drawers. So, I don't know what else you need, but 2020, I'm going to file a class action lawsuit about the war on drugs. 2020, we're going to start holding these candidates accountable. 2020, GOP Carter, Teller Branch, Kwasi and Fume, whoever running for Congressman Kamenetz got to deal with my whistleblowers application. Do your job or lose your job. I don't care who wins. Whoever wins got to deal with me. That's what you win. You win me. Winners and losers. Somebody got a place there. I'm not a loser. I won. I won my case. At the conclusion of a trial, the defendant is supposed to be rewarded at the convenience, duly at the convenience of our government. You owe me $130 million for the contents of that truck. I had 13 movies. Those movies was worth $130 million. That's the price tag of my product. You owe me another $2 million in lost wages because that store was mine and I didn't never change ownership of that store. You wrote false leases and false charges. We're going to take this to a federal court. Now, Robert Hur from the Department of Justice said he'll take my whistleblower's application. This video damn sure shows is a whistleblower's application. It shows Illinois and Maryland. Sam Cunningham has this. You can talk to Val King. You can talk to Lisa Solomon. You can talk to Randy Solomon. You can talk to anybody that's alive and breathing from the 80s, what I used to do, what I am now, and what I started and committed. I got a nonprofit. You robbed the nonprofit. You robbed the wrong black man. I'm a businessman, and I'm going to handle my business, man. Hope you handle yours. Mic check that.